after the inspection of that guard of honor, he'll be proceeding to make his way into the Parliament precincts, where he'll be engaging the speakers of the National Assembly and the Senate. I'm speaking about Dr. Moses Wetangula from the National Assembly and Honorable Speaker Moses Amason Jeffa Kingi of the Senate. This being a joint sitting of both houses of Parliament, the President, accompanied by the two speakers of both houses, will be making his way into the National Assembly's chamber for this 15th edition of the National Address, or better still, the State of the National Address. Remember, the Chief Justice of the Republic of Kenya, as well as the Deputy Chief Justice and judges, have already arrived in the National Assembly's chambers. A number of cabinet secretaries have already made their way into the chambers this afternoon. They include the CS for Health, Honorable Mutahi Kagwe, the CS for Treasury, the CS for Trade, among other cabinet secretaries who have already made their way into Parliament buildings and in the National Assembly chambers, ready for that State of the Nation Address. Our dear viewers, remember, this State of the Nation Address is pursuant to Article 132, subsection 1B of the Constitution, that provides that the President shall address a special sitting of Parliament once a year and may address Parliament at any given time. Article 132, subsection 1C of the Constitution further provides that the President shall, among others, every once a year report in an address to the nation all the measures being taken to ensure that the progress of the nation is being achieved in the realization of the national values referred to in Article 10 of the Constitution. And upon looking at Article 10 of the Constitution, our dear viewers, these national values, we are speaking about matters to do with patriotism, national unity, sharing, devolution of power, the rule of law, democracy, participation of the people, matters to spearhead human dignity, equity, social justice, inclusiveness, equality, human rights, non-discrimination, and protection of the marginalized, issues of good governance, integrity, transparency, and accountability. On your screens, the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya, Professor Kithure Kindiki, has arrived. He is already being received by the DCI boss, the Inspector General of Police, as well as a host of the top security bosses in the country. And the arrival of the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya indicates that any moment from now, we'll be expecting the President to make his way into the chamber. Remember, this joint sitting is set to commence at 2:30 p.m. with the inspection of the Guard of Honor, which takes precedence before the President makes his awaited 15th, or this is the 15th rather. A number of presidents have made their State of the Nation address before President William Ruto. His first one was last year, and this will be his second State of the Nation address, the third, so to speak, a State of the Nation address by President William Ruto. And our dear viewers, the public service values also fall under these values of national unity. And let's now have a look at these values, the public service values that fall under national values and principles of good governance. They include the high standards of professional ethics, efficient and effective economic use of resources, responsible, prompt, effective and impartial, and as well as equitable and provision of services, the involvement of the people in the process of the policy making and accountability of administrative acts, the band right outside the Senate chambers is ready for this day. President William Ruto is on your screens. You can see him. He is already around Parliament. Any moment from now, he'll be making his way into Parliament of Kenya and specifically to the National Assembly's chamber, ready to deliver his State of the Nation address. Remember, this is the third one, and that is pursuant to the provisions of the Constitution, where the President will be giving that State of the Nation address, as well as tabling a number of reports for debate by both houses of Parliament, that is the National Assembly and the Senate. And this submission of the report is made in fulfilling the national and international obligations of the Republic. The President is also expected to table a report on matters security of the country and also tell the nation through Parliament some of the agendas that the country has made steps on. These are achievements and gains for the
Guard of Honor, not by Kenya Army, present and ready to serve.
tayari rais
towards the Senate chambers. That route heads to the Senate chambers, and after that, we do expect the president to make his way to the National Assembly chambers. These are live pictures from the Parliament buildings, brought to you by the Parliamentary Broadcasting Unit in conjunction with the Kenya Broadcasting Corporation. This broadcast is always available on YouTube, courtesy of the Parliament of Kenya YouTube channel. And you can also follow it on Senate TV, Bunge TV as well. And the broadcast is available also on KBC Channel 1. That's the main corridor that is leading to the National Assembly chambers. On your screen there is the members' lounge, and just behind the camera is the main highway that is leading to the National
ambayo yameweza kuafikiwa. Kumbuka ni kila mwaka ama ni hatua ya kila mwaka ambayo rais huweza kuifanya katika kufika bunge hili. Kwa hivyo mwaka jana pia aliweza
you get the opportunity to watch beyond what normally happens during the normal sittings on Tuesdays, Wednesdays and Thursdays, and during special sittings. It is during such occasions that you get to interact with the images that often you don't get to watch on your TV. And on a day such as this, when the president will be addressing the Republic, then you get the opportunity to view at least pictures from various sections of Parliament. On your screen, the members are familiarizing. In a couple of minutes, they will each take their seats. It is a huge assembly that is able to accommodate all the members of the assembly and the members of the Senate. And it happens once in a while, at least twice in a year. Such sittings have become a norm, especially in the present day Kenya, where the president gathers the members of parliament and updates them on the steps that have been taken to address matters, progress that has been achieved in the realization of the national values, and also he gets to submit a report for debate to the National Assembly on the progress made in fulfilling the international obligations of the Republic. Now, in accordance with the provisions of the Constitution and Standing Order 22, subsection 2, the members were notified actually about the special sitting of Parliament that is set to take place today, the November 20th, where the President will be addressing the members of the Senate and the members of the National Assembly. And just a quick recap of the procedure that will be taking place this afternoon. The prayer will be said by the Speaker of the Senate and followed by convocation by the Speaker of the Senate and then the Speaker of the National Assembly. And then the Speaker of the National Assembly will invite His Excellency the President to make his address. And then the State of the Nation address will begin by the Excellency President William Ruto. And after, there will be an adjournment. The Speaker of the Senate will begin. And thereafter, the Speaker of the National Assembly will follow suit. The guests that have been invited for this important occasion are the former speakers, the Chief Justice as well, and the judges have also been invited to come attend this State of the Nation address by the President. And the Governor of Nairobi County, where the Parliament of Kenya sits, has also been invited to come take part in this important occasion that we do expect to get underway in a matter of minutes. Just a reminder, the President has already arrived in Parliament, and any moment now he will be walking into the chambers, and that will signal the beginning of this important part of the Parliament calendar, where the head of state will be addressing Kenyans this afternoon. Now, Article 132, Sub-Article 1B of the Constitution requires the President to address the nation once every year and at any other time. Further, Article 132, Sub-Article 1C of the Constitution requires the President to once every year report in an address to the nation on the measures taken and progress achieved in the realization of Kenya's national values. Additionally, Article 132, Sub-Article 1C, Part 3 of the Constitution provides that the President shall submit a report for debate to the National Assembly on the progress made in fulfilling the international obligations of the Republic. In this regard, the President did convey a message to Parliament, and he conveyed his desire to address a joint sitting of the Houses of Parliament today, 20th of November 2025. And this sitting will begin shortly. On your screen, the Sergeant at Arms. This is the Senate side of Parliament. And the President is being briefed by the leadership of the Senate. And after that, he will make his way to the Parliament, the National Assembly chambers, will be walking alongside the two speakers of Parliament. And the President will perhaps address the Social Health Authority and chief as well the progress of onboarding Kenyans into this new health insurance regime. He is also expected to address the country on affordable housing. Where is the country as far as the building or the construction of affordable houses is concerned? The education sector will also form part of the address this afternoon, as well as the state of infrastructure, agriculture as well, and issues to do with security. Are Kenyan borders safe? The President will be appraising Kenyans on those issues as well this afternoon. There are the leadership of both the National Assembly and the Senate. There is on your screen a signal that the President perhaps is on his way to the National Assembly chambers. The Deputy President, Professor Kithure Kindiki, he has left the Senate chambers and is now being directed to the Speaker's Gallery, where he will be taking his seat. The leadership, both the minority and the majority, are walking into the chambers of the National Assembly that is now within your view. And we do expect that any moment now. And there on your screen are the maces, the National Assembly mace on your right and the Senate mace on your left. They will be leading the way, followed by the speakers and the President. The part of the ceremony that takes place on the Senate wing is the signing of the visitor's book. He is a guest today, and in keeping with the tradition, he is expected to sign a visitor's book, both at the Senate and at the National Assembly as well. Just part of the usual tradition that accompanies the State of the Nation address. In keeping with the campaign promise, the head of state has used the State of the Nation address to update Kenyans on the Kenya Kwanza flagship projects. One of them, the affordable housing and the Hustler Fund. They have featured prominently in his previous speeches to Parliament. And today the President will perhaps update Kenyans on how many houses have been constructed and what is the status of the Social Health Authority registration by numbers. He has often used his addresses to the nation to implore on Kenyans to address issues to do with health, saying that the Social Health Authority provides the best platform for Kenyans to get insured and guaranteed that their medical needs will be taken care of. And such occasions are used by the President to further drive the message home that the new medical insurance regime is best suited for the country, that it is better than the previous one. He has, on numerous occasions, encouraged Kenyans that the Social Health Authority is the best mechanism yet to achieving that desired health status in the country. Now, in his previous address, he did encourage Kenyans to register en masse so that they can enjoy the benefits of the Social Health Authority. And just there on your screen, just the Sergeant at Arms are preparing the way, and the speakers are on the move, and so is the President of the Republic. And now the march is on. They are headed straight to the National Assembly chambers, where the State of the Nation address will take place.